Hello, hello, hello. I gotta move my buttons. I've just done something wrong. Hello, it's me. How are you all doing, folks? How's things? Lovely to see you all. How's life treating you? Hope you're all hunky-dory. That was a cock-up then. It was a sort of a cock. Is this on? Hello? Is it on? Hello? Is this on? Yes, seems to be. My things are going up and down anyway. Ooh, yes. How is everyone doing? Lovely to see you all. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening. Yes, and who do we have? Dave S. Hello, how you doing? Dave S. Slots, lovely to see you. Cyberus, hello, and thank you so much for providing me with this game. Cyberus very generously gifted me this game and I've been itching to play it. So we're going to have a blast tonight. Cyberus, thank you so much. Jawa Jedi, hello. How you doing? Lovely to see you. Haggard Shanks, good evening. Splendid to see you. Sledgehammer. Sorry about that. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Dan Raxler, good evening to you. King of Chicago and all the chipolatas. Yes. Bedhead, hello, how you doing? 1084 Rust, hello, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Deathnell, hello, Deathnell, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Dreadgrave, hello, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Excellent, yes. Who else have I got now? Bloody hell, Carol, member for 7 months. Level, splendid sausage. 7 glorious months. Let's go for the months ahead. Thank you, Carol. That's so incredibly kind of you. Have some of this. Lovely, 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 yes. Who exactly is Stanley and what's his parable? I've heard of this. I've heard of it a lot, but I don't know much about it, but it's just very highly praised. Look, Karen, you got some fireworks. Excellent, yes. And Cyberus is very kind to gift it to me, so I'm looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into this, yes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Who else do we have here now? Alan, good evening to you. Good to see you. Did he play the bass? What bass? That was a joke. Oh, sorry. I meant to have, yes. Yes, after the stream on Wednesday, I lost my voice. Because I don't know what it was, because I streamed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, didn't I? And then I did a video as well. I did 2 videos, I think, actually. Yes. And I lost my voice. It just completely went on Thursday, and it sort of started to come back on Friday. And then yesterday, kids started to feel ill again. Oh. And then today, they've been spewing. Oh, it's been terrible. Bless their heart. It's been a right house of illness, and it's been really miserable. So yes, I very nearly didn't stream, so if I have to run off in the middle of the stream, it's because I've caught the bloody thing as well, yes. So hopefully, excuse me, I'll be alright. We'll see. Yes, indeed. Excellent, excellent. Yes, yes, I know, innit? It's shocking. Shocking it is. Oh, you're playing Dragon's Dogma, are you, Carl? Excellent. That's good. Is it good? Are you enjoying it? I've seen that it's very good, and some people have been. People always moan when a game comes out. There's always something to moan about in there. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee here now just to lubricate my voice. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's been arse, Dave. Quite literally arse. I don't have a puking sound effect, but there's been some of this going on as well, and this. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, it's the little boy and it's the little girl. Both of them have had it. So I don't know. Thanks, DK. DD2 looks so good. Does it? I've seen little bits and bobs of it. How would you what would you compare it to, Colin? In its way? Yes. Let me know. Is it kind of like it's absolutely fantastic? Oh right, okay. Might jump in. I don't know. See, yes, I'm in an hour in about it. I was going to do something today, but. Oh, it's just been too much of a palaver again, as usual.
Thank you, Jawa-Jedi.
Oh my goodness me! Carl, thank you so much for the generous Kesher splash. Thank you so much. Oh, hang on, wrong one. Joanna, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Carl, for that. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Bloody hell. Like Skyrim, in which you had a baby. Oh, really? Oh, sounds good. Yes, I've got to get someone to see us through, see. Yes, maybe. What do you got? The PlayStation version? I'm feeling okay, Joanna, not too bad. Throat's still a little bit ropey. It's because I shout all the time. I don't know why I shout all the time. I just can't help it. It's my way. Excuse me. So, this, I have no idea what to expect. I've gone in and been baffled by the options. I've stuck in a widescreen and that. Display mode full screen. And then I started looking at advanced and it just baffles me. Anti-aliasing. Is it worth doing anti-aliasing? You streamed it yesterday. Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent. I should have had a look at that. Oh, it's been a bit of a nightmare of a weekend. It struck me like Skyrim with a hint of Dark Souls and a whole heap of MMO influences. Ah, right. Is it hard? Ooh, is it like Elden Ring hard? Or is it not quite as hard as that? Like Souls-like kind of hard? Or is it a bit more easygoing than that? What's double buffered? What's anti-aliasing mode? I mean, I vaguely know what they are, but I don't know what they are. What's what I mean? Should I put that on? Should I put that on? Will that crash if I do that? Try linear filtering. Increases the texture filtering setting. Improves the appearance of textures in the game. Increasing filtering can degrade graphics performance. I thought maybe you were shouting because you couldn't hear us. Not as hard. Oh, right, okay. What's anisotropic stuff? For what's double buffered? Cheers, Richard. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I don't end the stream prematurely by running downstairs and spewing in the bog. Hello, Derby Dog. How you doing? It's not a heavy game to run. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go back. Discard. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm back again. Voice is a little bit rickety, but we should be good unless I puke all over the screen, in which case then I'll be picking the carrots out of that all night. Right, okay. Good. Here we go then. I'm going to pile on in now and see what's what. Begin the game. Is settings-wise, how's the volume there? Oh, there's not much actually happening at the moment. There's just kind of like office noises. Here we go. The end is never the end is never the end. The end is never the end is loading. Never the... It's going to be like something... Well, I've had I lost my voice after Wednesday, and then the kids have been puking all weekend, so I don't know. I feel all right, but I...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, here we go.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Right.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
I hope so,
buttons to
Darby. I don't
push,
want it.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came.
Oh, no way, Alan.
They were made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Yeah, it's a great voiceover,
But as
isn't
he
it?
came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. He got out of his desk and stepped out of his office. Well, obviously, I've got to do that. I don't know what the controls are. Ooh, he's moving fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's good, isn't it? Okay, I will. The meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Mr. Who? Oh, this is very twitchy. Hang on. Mouse sensitivity. Hang on. I don't know. Where's the meeting room? Okay, Cyberus, will do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Let me see if this... Hang on a second, I'm just gonna fart around a second, hang on. Excuse me farting around! I'm gonna see if a controller will do it, because I prefer a controller. I didn't start it in case... No, it doesn't accept the controller inputs, does it? See? Hang on. It just seems to be really twitchy. Yeah, I can't do that. Never mind. One more try. Oh, I turned my bloody Xbox on now. Here we go. Right. Okay, gonna carry on with the mouse. Carry on with the mouse.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Right, that's gone crazy again. Sorry, I'm just gonna mouse sensitivity all the way down. That's disabled anyway, so it doesn't make any bloody difference. Right, back. Okay, so that's the best I can do. Oh, that's better. That's better. There we are, happy now. Hello, finally done. How you doing? Good to see you. That was really funny. He was in the mood with me.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Resent
co-workers not support you more. Let his ball up inside you. Take out passive-aggressively on other co-workers. That's better, isn't it? I've got to go up to my boss's office now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Cyberus, this is great. Executive Bog.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wow, 2845. Oh, hang on a minute.
Stanley around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where's that? Oh, right, okay. Ooh, nice room. Okay. It's a big set. Uh-oh. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape! I shit myself then! Thanks, Unlawful, how you doing? I'm going in here. Because that's what he told me to do. Oh, God.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Stanley escaped into his boss's sex dungeon and unexpectedly found his wife there. Hello, Zed, how you doing? I'm all good, thank you. Sorry about the squeaky voice affair. Okay, uh-oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
427.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
God.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What, where was I? 427, does it show me? Was I 427? There, look. That's my office! Right, okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So this is fascinating. This is absolutely...
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Offline.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls? Hello, Janelle, how you doing? How do I dismantle the controls? Let's go and have a look. Everything's offline. Stanley's gonna stick it to the man. Ooh, whoa, what's in there? Ooh. 5. These are buttons. There's a button up there as well. There's one there. Whoa. This is great.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off. What's happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Do.
It was perhaps...
Hey, Scribble, how you doing?
...worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So that's it! I've completed the game! Now go and see if you can break it right, I get you. This is great.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
That's really good way to start the game, isn't it? Complete the Stanley Parable! The end is never the end. Well, that's a wrap. It's me again. Can't do anything. Right, okay. Well, let's go and have a look around. Oh my God, what's going on with that boom? Boom all the time. Hang on a minute. It's all going crazy here. Excuse my phone being an idiot. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Oh, there's someone's computer.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. Did that computer just go off because I pressed the button, or what? Can I open any of these doors?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
It's really good. I love that guy's voice. Who does the voiceover? Nor did it advance the story in any way. What's this? Is it worth me reading cups and things and... An achievement for trying to open a locked door 5 times. Okay. Stanley the Doze forgot it was Saturday.
That computer's on in there.
Input received. And my controls just basically, you know, move about and left mouse button. Right, okay. Kevin Breitling is a narrator. Kevin Brighting. Right, okay. Okay, cheers, Cyberus. Lovely. Right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he's going to the right now.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, it's weird. This is really weird. 4B9. Okay. 450. Employee lounge.
Ah, yes. Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me a drink. Might not want to go behind the green door. The green door! That's, yes, isn't that
really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
He's very sarky, isn't he? I like him a lot.
At this point, But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
It does, doesn't it, Chester 58? Hello, by the way, how are you? Really, it does. Does sound like Hitchhiker's Guide, doesn't it? I love it. I got a big grin on my face. Right, hang on now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Damn, Stanley's so bad at following directions. It's amazing. He wasn't fired years ago. What's this one? I don't have a card for that. Can't get in there. Can't jump. What's this say? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping. But I'll be dead.
Look,
oh shit, it's
Stanley,
moving.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her. I'm Dave the Cow. Good evening to you. Yeah, I gotta agree. This is very intriguing.
See, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Excuse me, coughing. She's waiting. Ooh. I gotta go in. Whoa!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Weird.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, shit!
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Hello, wife. Put some clothes on.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning. Employee 47. Press Z on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh, no. Please press C. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Oh. Can I press 6 instead?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press F to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Am I just fantasizing?
Excited him terribly.
Press 8 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press N to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
So I'm playing I'm pressing the buttons that he's pressing. I'm pressing the buttons that he's pressing. Professor Moisty, hello! I'm becoming Stanley because he's just following instructions on the screen, and now I'm doing exactly the same thing.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press M to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Hang on, I haven't
The
been
longer
paying
he
attention.
spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
I'm going to write those button numbers down. I've forgotten to write the number. I haven't written down what he's telling me to press. Let's just do that anyway. So well, I'll have to wait. P.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
But I can't get out. I can't get out. I'm going to have to do what he says me to do. Even though he told me not to do it. Come on then.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press L to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ha! This is fantastic. Oh, we got music. Okay. Here we go. Hello.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
There's that computer again, which I can turn off. Why have I done that again? I can't turn it back on. Okay. Doesn't seem to be much here. This is very intriguing. It's 11:20. Yeah. What's that say? I hate Mondays. It's a plant. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to go back through again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Will this just give me the same...
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
Good luck.
What a
We're all counting on you.
Gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, okay, well I didn't do this last time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's this now? Is it the same lift?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's...
Oh my god! David crapped it! Okay. This just reminds me of work. How depressing!
Oh, no.
Oh!
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Ah! Excellent!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left.
Sorry, I'm going to do something in a minute. I'm going back to it. I'm recording from now on in because it's bloody amazing.
Right. Yep. Okay. Yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I shat myself. Ooh. Delivery track. Funny, still don't have a shadow. Oh, here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What's that pirate one? Slarty bat fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
For goodness sake. Okay, well... let's go back to the meeting room area.
When Stanley... Wait.
Hang on.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
You wrote the story?
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Hey, Tin Cat Gamer, how's it going? I'm going to go through one that I haven't been through. Oh, hang on. Can't get over there. Can't jump. Oh, yes, I can. Every door is opened, look. Every door is opened. Every door's opened. This is so weird. I'm a Snake. Hello. How you doing? Where you going?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Oh.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, I'm not too sure. We're back here again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go then.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Gotta go back the other way. And see if we missed anything. Hang on now. Wasn't that on before? Was that a different room? Can I open? Can't open any of these doors. Excuse me. Alright. That computer's on. I better go just turn it off. I can seem to turn the computers on and off. That's all I can do.
I knew we'd miss something.
What?
The story. Here it comes.
The story! Here it comes.
No, wait. Never
Hey!
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What's going on? This is crazy.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I didn't do anything.
People win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Just take the win, innit?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my god! Hello, she's sucking on my wood. Hello. Careful she doesn't get splinters. Forgot this game existed. It's pretty cool. Right, okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. Hang on, we didn't go in there before, did we? Okay, I'm going to follow the line. Let's follow the line. This is great.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
No, we're playing...
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Look at this line. I'm going to follow it meticulously. That's brilliant. That's a lot of music. We're up there, right there, down there, over there, over there, over there. Number 6. This line's lost it. The line's gone mental. Ziggity zagging. Something moving up in the skeleton. Is this the... What's going on? Amazing. Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, imbalances, consolidation, employee 432. Gear reviews. Who's employee 432? Oh my god! Employee 432 is obviously very important. Because...
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Go back and look at that fern. What fern? This one.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Study it closely, study it carefully, you won't want to miss anything. This is crazy. It's making me want to put my wife fronts on my jeans and run about the room. Yeah, it's definitely got a lovely mad quality to it, isn't it? This is brilliant. Top choice, Cyberus. Crack in.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The
Line.
Story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
This line is taking... Come on, here we go again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after
432.
After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
432.
Restart.
Oh, for God's sake. Employee 432. That was a very important employee, 432. This game is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It struck me as very... Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment somehow.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? Intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in... Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Where's 432? 432 is here. Empty desk. No, I'm 427. I'm 427. That's me there. And that's 432's desk. There. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep that in mind.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh my
What
God.
do you want our story to be?
It's so
Go
blank.
wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Uh-oh. Who right?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The line smashed its way in, look. The line's trying to help. Although it does seem to be a bit pissed. It's all over the shop. It's up the walls, it's down the walls. Oh, he's gone through the wall now. Oh, I don't know where he's gone now.
Good choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I'm not playing Destiny, I'm playing the Stanley Parable. The confusion ending!
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, 8 times? That's really how all this goes?
Oh my god!
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
So he's gonna forget.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Again.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
So we've already got.
I don't want to be trapped like this.
4 more
I won't
restarts
restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Click.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean,
What?
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Shite myself. Right, he's gonna forget everything now, is he? 4:30.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh no. I can't well, we'll just see what happens. So he's not gonna remember any of this now, is he? Is the line our friend? I don't know. Could be.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to go and look for the...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't know why I
and
keep on doing
Stanley
this.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Went through there last time, see, didn't we? Let's see what he says at the end here, because I always run
The
out too
lounge
fast.
was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something darker.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now then, I went this way. And this will take us up to the room again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Do I need to
I'm
jump?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I'm gonna have to
story
jump.
has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger everywhere. I had to jump. I thought I'd jump here first. 2B1. Drop shipping is no joke. Get through the hole in the wall. Right, okay. I'm stuck. Right, okay, I'm not stuck. Do not stand on this side of fence. You have to be on that side of the fence to read it though, don't you? Uh-oh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Red or blue? I mean, he's telling me to go through the red. Seen one of those before there as well. I don't know. Yeah, it's the Morpheus room. My instinct is to not listen to him.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
It put me back. It won't let me do it. I can do it again.
I still don't think we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, Stav, good evening. Back from England full of tea and buttercream. I'm rattling from an enormous sugar rush. Excellent. Hope you had a lovely time. Bigfoot in blue door, go for red. I gotta go for red. Well, that's great. That's great.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, hang on now. Oh, they both opened. Have they both got the same thing? Oh well. Oh my God, Justify me! Thank you so much.
Looking for?
What's this? What the hell is this?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
That is so weird. I will go down there now. I'm just can't walk off the edge. Okay. Whoa! Ooh, it's all trippy down there. Trippy carpets. You know, the one from Monkey. How bizarre. Yes, that's right. Lay down, see how many light years we jumped. Got weird green lights coming in now. How strange is this? But it's great. Oh! I could go out then.
Wait, where are you going?
We're going. What's that? It's a child's drawing.
Oh no, stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
If you die.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh no! We're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna have to do it. I don't know why we're gonna have to do it, but we're gonna do it.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
No.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Yes. This guy's best though, perfect choice.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? You throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
I can't. It won't kill me though, will it?
Situation correctly. Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Go on!
Is
Oh!
it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Bloody hell. Crazy, bonkers crazy. I want to find...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This is very intriguing. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, isn't it just? I'm going to turn all the computers off that I can find. Awaiting input. That's the second one. The first one we did a 1. What's this? Oh! Shit! That's had a username on it. Okay. The guy kind of reminds me of,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, I'm going to do the left. I'm going to do the left this time. A locked door 5 times.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I thank you. Excellent, thank you very much. The one called Sec, thank you so much for subscribing on
Nothing
YouTube.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
He doesn't want to be in here, does he?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
It is bedhead, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
No, I've left.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. We're going downstairs. I've been upstairs. Ooh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for
4:30,
that.
okay.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
Right,
felt
what's going on with these?
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I'm just
He
dreaming.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life
Hey,
job
agent, how
pushing
you doing?
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Maybe. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
It's mesmerizing, this is mine.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, yes. If he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Bloody hell.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
No such thing as normal.
I am okay.
But he's not. Just taking a break from spring cleaning the kids' rooms.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Let's
I
go
must
red.
be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh, bloody hell.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
I'm totally swept up in this point.
Control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So we're wandering around the town screaming. Oh, we're going to start again. Okay. Hang on now. So those clocks all had different times on them. I don't know. Is that relevant? Like different time zones? 4 to 6, 4 to 5, 4 to 4, 4 to 3. Where's 4:30 then?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
oh my God,
he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go that way again. 413. Oh, I've got the other way. The count up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I'm getting on his wick doing this. Doesn't like me coming in here, does he? Okay then, right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I feel like doing this. Okay. Executive bathroom. It's got a very nice knob, isn't it? Shit myself then. It opened! Let me in. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. This guy's obviously a complete penis. No mirror, so I can't see myself. What's this? Extreme bathrooms. Time. What's that? 5 to 2? 10 to 2? 10 to 2. I don't know why these little clocks are important, but I think they are. It's shut now. I haven't even looked at this computer. Oh, this will be a third input? Bloody hell. Right, okay. So I've only got to do one more of those for some reason. What's this? That opens. Oh my god! There's a panda with a gun to its head. Business strategy! This part always makes you want to go watch that one good Will Ferrell movie. Okay, that's 10 to 2 again. Indoors monthly. I don't know why. Graphs! We've got a lift. Does the lift work? He's not saying anything. I can only go the one way. Okay, I was wondering how long that was going to go on. Oh, we're still in the same It's a pretend lift. Indoors monthly. Shapes. Mike James talks about his new box. Ooh. I can't go up. Oh, I can. Something. I'm going to be back in the same place again, aren't I? I don't think the lift goes anywhere. The hell was that noise then? Spitting me out. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered
help!
aloud
I mean, hello!
to nobody.
Help
he
is
began
appropriate.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret.
Coffin Dodger, hello, how you doing?
His feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Nothing else I can do here. There's a door. Is that a door?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I'm the most expensive boss. Carte blanche.
2845.
Yes! This is great, isn't it? Let's annoy him. He didn't get annoyed.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
2845. Okay. Okay. Here we go, another lift. Can't go anywhere else. Can't go any other way, lads. And lasses. Yeah, I want... Get back.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, he didn't. We're going this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh no!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Get back on track. I do like his voice.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You know you want a violent death. Ursa Major, hello! How's Ursa Minor? What's gonna happen? Here we go. Let's have the violent death. Okay. Thanks for burping that rancor, Dave.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
Oh no, we're gonna get crushed!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
I can't jump.
Farewell, Stanley.
I can duck!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whoa! She's just told him that. Oh my god. This is such a great game. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Bloody hell. This is such a clever game. I don't think I've ever played a game as clever as this. It's...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh shit. What's this? So these are the paintings. There's my computer. There's the office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Apart from Stanley's office to the two doors of the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. This is amazing. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. Let's see if it's going to give me a... Two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. An extension of it. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete. Right, okay. Yeah, see, it is trippy. Oh, I haven't pressed those buttons yet either. And there's the office. 1, 2, 3. What's this? Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. What was that? Anybody remember the code of the things on the wall? Oh, I can't remember. I'll go and have a look at that now. I'll go and check out the credits. This is great. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Employee database. Can I turn them on and off? I don't know why I want to do that, but I just do. Credits! Stanley Parable credits. Written and designed by Davey... DL. It's not a big team, is it? Very impressive. Brilliant. Okay, left or right? What's this? The office. Maintenance room, an early version of the maintenance room. 4313436. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. The point of the Stanley Parable is to lose. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. These are the screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. The lounge. The office. Uh-oh. I don't recommend a controller, but this is a much more amusing office building. It's very amusing. It's very clever. The second version of its functionality the same. What? This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. The cargo lift. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. The apartment timer. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Okay. Weird. This is so weird. Meeting room. One option, maintenance. Oh, God. Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Right. First choice. Oh, this is the first choice, I see. Vent. It's a vent going from the maintenance room. Doorway to maintenance in the lounge and the original back on track option. 2 doorways to maintenance. The other entrance will be hidden depending on how you entered. To confusion ending. To confusion ending. Okay. The flow of hallways following the first 2 doors is important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. It's so bizarre. My God, I haven't done any of this yet. Should I be here already? Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which is eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what colour the lever they had pulled. Can't do that. The game is now paused. Begin the game. Okay. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realised this was what they were supposed to do, which is frustrating for everyone. The Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before the launch. Okay. This is crazy. Countdown room. Did it, boo! Early version of the countdown room. Well, that's my lift. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up and down with freedom above and count down below. We We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Okay. Countdown desk. Oh. Countdown desk. Go on, come back on. Come back on. Alright, okay. I haven't even seen that yet. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Okay. Stanley Parable on or off? I'll go in there in a minute. Game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game, though much of the environment has changed. The basic layout from this mock-up is still the same. Bloody hell, this place is huge. Okay, I've been up there. Okay, good. Then my different ossifes. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created 2011. 2013 this came out, isn't it? 2011. Is there any difference? More cups. Right, okay. Okay, there's no other way to go here now. I think we've nearly been everywhere. What's that say? Narrate. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotion materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir, and it is, what is your message for today? Sincerely, Harris, sent from my... It's very interesting, isn't it? It is a very nice virtual museum tour. Right, I've been that way. I've been that way. Have I been everywhere in here? What was this? Just a light. Been there. There. I've got to check everything. Freedom ending. This was the very first encounter in the alpha. Oh no, I haven't seen these yet. Excuse me. Office clock. This game started as a Half-Life mod. Really? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. Right. I just want to look at everything. Look at everything. Mind control facility, employee lounge. Narrator items. Kevin Brighting.
Then he pushed the number 4. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him?
It's good, that, isn't it?
Button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
What's that over there? Okay. Did you just call me back? Now I need to go and flick the switch. Where were we? Yeah, I've done all right. Okay. It is amazing, isn't he? Very good. Exit. Here we go. But we fell down.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Let's turn it off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do,
I don't know.
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
So she just said to press escape and then quit, but then the game's over then, but perhaps that's the point. What's going on here? Let's just see what happens in a minute. I can't move. I can't move. I don't know. Well. No. Should I have not done that? Oh no, begin the game. Have I buggered this up by quitting?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Have I buggered this?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk.
Have I buggered this up? Or have I?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
different.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is just different. So many game pros this year. Any catch your eye? Phew. I don't know, really.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yes.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
445.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Why
lounge
can't I
first,
see
just to
430? I'm
admire
going to be
it.
looking for 430 all the time.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the
Dragon's
first time
dog, but yes,
understood
that
truth,
does
but
look
eager
good.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I want to go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I haven't done this before. Let's do this.
I think, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
No, this is a different room. 429, 430.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh, I've done that one once. Oh, it's another one. Does that never end? I'm sure that there's one more to do. There's one called Kronos Odyssey. It looks amazing. Unicorn Overlord is great. Baldur's Gate 3 is great. Cloner is good. I got flies in the room. Flies in room. Well, who's this 432 person? 20 times. Come on then. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Aye.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
Ah!
almost certainly 50 clicks.
You're just going to put this up now, innit? I've lost count.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. Okay, where's 417? 417. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Where's 437? I can't get to 437. Where's 437? You shut the door behind me, you ass. Go away, fly. There's a fly on my screen. I'm looking forward to Pigeon Simulator coming to Game Pass. Really? Are you taking the pish?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I've forgotten the number. I've forgotten the number. Oh, well, never mind. Isn't there a squirrel game with guns coming soon?
Yet
Yes!
there was not a single person here either.
Oh,
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go out to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
look! They've boarded up the broom closet because they don't want me going in there anymore. It's 437, right, okay. No, I'm not taking the piss. Really? Bloody hell. There was that one, I can't remember what it's called, where it's basically you've got a truck and automatic weapons and you go and fight in the knights of old. Go back in time
Coming to
fighting
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he
There's the
believed
doors.
everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
Maybe I
co-workers
am
blinking
crazy.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
Here we
no
go.
reason at all. None of it made any logical
can't go
sense.
back.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him?
Oh,
wherever
right,
he
okay.
went?
This is just going to happen down
And
here
for
again
that
and again,
matter,
then I take
these
it.
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
It does, doesn't it?
At last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Right, so as far as I can
just
tell, there's not
hadn't
much
found
else
the
down
words
here
for it.
then.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
It feels
His
like it could be,
co-workers were
like,
actually
you know,
gone.
forever, doesn't
He
it?
wasn't
But
going to lose
obviously
his
it
job.
can't.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Cats of
I'll have to
lightsabers
go
would be
back to
better.
my
That's the
boring
dangerous
real-life
thing there,
job
Dave.
pushing buttons.
Oh, you've
I
been
may
enjoying
as well
Man-Eater,
enjoy
DK.
this
Yeah,
while
it's good
I'm
fun,
still
that, isn't it?
lucid. So, he imagined himself flying.
Getting dizzy,
He
I
began
know.
to gently float above the ground.
Here we go.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And it too. It was so
And Lawfell, thank you for the
Stanley
rancorage.
that he'd still not go down. How was he remembering so much?
Make a days, hello, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Not a worry at all. Lovely to see you. Hope you're doing
He was
good.
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how
Right,
it's
I see,
describing
Cyberus,
my
right, okay.
thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
So,
responsibility
Cyrus, if I
for himself?
paused and
Stanley
started
is
again
as
now,
awake
would that
right
make a
now.
difference? Just beginning the game again. Let's try that.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he
What?
thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Omega came into my stream today with, hello, my marvellous chipolatas, and God can't not say it in your What was that door number? 437, he said. Thank you.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I did years ago, DK. Wasn't it initially on PS3? I think that's the last time I played it, so obviously there's a billion years ago. Good lord! Seth Richards Gaming, thank you so much for cheering the 100 bits. Hello, love and peace to all. How you doing? Seth Welsh, isn't it? Yes, lovely. Good to see you. Excellent. Thank you so much. You could just stay in your office. I was going to see if anything else happens here, because he did tell me to do that at one point. Just a couple more. Just a couple more waggles of me handle. I do remember it very much. Isn't it like hacking and all that stuff? Isn't there like a few sequels, hot dogs, Watchdog Legions and stuff? Yeah, I did have a go yonks ago, but I can't accurately recall. What does that say? I want to get the last purple bar on the door. I find my son was here today and played Destiny for the first time, and did the arms dealer GG strike and a few legendaries lost sector on master. Oh, nice. Hey, did you get a slammer? I still haven't got one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, now then, I'm gonna go up. Ah, no worries, Richard. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. 2 god rolls. Bollocks.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No, I haven't even had a
Feeling
sword
wave
yet.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What's that say? Back when Watch Dogs came out, one of our genius senators from Texas had concerned they would teach his kids how to hack. What a complete div. It's amazing how thick people are, isn't it? Did 5 runs and 0? Ah, bum. Yeah, no, I did 6. I think I did 6. Everyone is unique. Is everyone unique? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts and slides. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase. Please know what charts I'm picking to stop. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Mitosis. Metamorphosis, clear skin, spring break. What are your dreams for the future? What's mitosis? I don't know what metamorphosis is. Because you played with randoms, you trade. Steady on! I only was doing my Guardian Games thing and then I had to go and do something else. Good God. How to solve... Okay. I mean, the GM gives you a guaranteed adept. Just saying. He's boarded it up. Right, we're going to go up now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I just, of course. I know you just. Yeah, I don't fancy the corrupted that much. Right, this lift is... Oh, hang on. It's off now. Can't move that door. Right. Anything different in here? Ooh. I've got the feeling money's stealing. But not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. The time change on the clock thing, no. There's something weird about this lift, or does it just not do anything? I was going to go in and try hyping it solo, but I changed to arms eater and screw that boss since they changed the strike. Come on. Elijah's just enjoying it. Archie, Cyberus, I shall try, yes. The kids are off now, so it's a bit bonk-off now. I want to do a video tomorrow as well, but I don't know what. Oh, I'm in a terrible state with my videos at the moment. I don't know what the hell to do.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845.
I got it wrong.
Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Can I go down there? Oh, bum.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
He won't mess. It's too good for us. What you talking about, Cyberus? Cheers, Dave. It's 5309. Alright, that doesn't work anymore. Lights just came on again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right. I want to get back to the big mind facility room thing. Lights!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
It's a very clever game.
To find out.
I've got to try and get different endings, I suppose. Is that the computers? No. There we go.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Who's
revealed.
432 again?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Okay.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Brian Eno has 3 records with elevator music, really?
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
jump down
in
there.
someone
I'll
else's
die
control.
if I jump down there.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
I can't go up there.
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
Four
would
there.
dismantle
1, 2.
the controls once and for all.
Down here. I'm looking for 3. There's 3. Now, how do I get 4 open? I can't get up to 4. Oh yes, I can. What am I talking about? Dick, I thought there was a bloody... I thought there was a gate on the stairs then. 4. These are just going to make noises and do nothing now. 5 was over there, over here. Where's 5? Where's 5? Hello, Ice Cream Gaming. How you doing? Yeah, I knew it. Hang on. 0142. Oh, I can't do 0521. Heated keyboards for Roxy Music. What? I'm going to try and press some buttons now. It's a big red button there. 10. I can press the 10 button. Can I press that one as well? 10. Can I just go and turn the power on? It's not doing out. So many buttons that don't do anything. I've been frightened to eat anything today just in case I end up puking and know I'm utterly starving. Okay. Mind control status offline. Excuse me. System power. Let's turn it on.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Enjoy the weirdness. Here it comes.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Ooh.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
What's going on? It's just going to blow up.
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yes.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times,
going
I
on
let the
here?
office sink into the ground,
going on
swallowing
here?
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Press
My
any key.
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
This is
You know what?
amazing.
To hell
I'm gonna
with it.
die.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Oh, he's added more time.
Trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? You have a choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me,
I don't think
will
it does
go through
anything,
every
Dave.
second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Oh my god. We're back in the room. Ooh! It did not. Fucking hell, I'm in heaven. Oh no! I can't do that. What's he singing? They just come back on. I can't understand what they're singing. Oh. They stopped. What's he singing? I've never seen this one! No way! Can you guys figure out what he's saying? Oh, that's cool, Cyberus, that's great! Are some of them not moving? Yeah. They've all started again, right? So let's just push. If it'll all come back on a second, I'll just push. No way! So maybe then let's just do... 1, 2, I don't know. The yellows up there. Yeah, I can't reach the top ones. It stopped then. Hang on. There's a red stop and green go. No. Anybody got any ideas? I can't figure out what they're singing. 2, 3, 4. See, that stopped then. Now they've all stopped. And then they're just going to start again. This. I've just got to push loads of buttons. I mean, it doesn't seem to be. It does, doesn't it? It's very ominous music. Is it the colours? Is it just, I don't know. Endless buttons. Yeah, this is very strange. Maybe we have to line them up in some way. Yeah, maybe. Let's try then. Let's try, what can we try here? Let's try these blue ones. So, right, there's one. Hang on. That didn't work. Bollocks. I can't press the top row, can I? It sounds like they're saying what? No. You think they're saying push the button? To the greens. But they just keep on coming back up, and there's no way I can push all the buttons. This is impossible. Isn't it? Oh, I can do from back here. Hang on. Stanley likes his buttons. He just said meaninglessly pushing buttons. Oh my god! You have to reset yourself. I'm in heaven, and Stanley's heaven is pushing buttons. Is that where it is? It's gotta be in it. You have to reset yourself. Probably. There's no trick to this, so I assume this is just his ending. He's in heaven, continuously pressing buttons. Okay. Okay then. Boom holays. So that was cool. So if I do that now, I'm gonna go to heaven again. Innit? So if I do that, I'm just gonna go to heaven again. Do you think? How many endings are there in this game then? Are there loads of endings? I mean, obviously, I've had about... How many have I had so far? Bollocks!
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
It's gonna start again. Oh, it's great, isn't it? 200 and something. Did you know there were 432 buttons? Thank you for looking it up, folks. That's great. Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing? No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can I bring the line back? He does have a bit of dev room about him, doesn't he? What other games has this guy done? What other work has he done? The Kev...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right. Right, I'm going to go down here this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge time. Yeah, 427's my door.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right,
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead
I
to the
didn't do
opposite
this.
door, and got back on track.
Got back on... Right, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The beginner's guide, but that one is heavy going. I want to make something different occur.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bugger, this is just the same now, isn't it? No, I don't want to go in there because that's the one... That's the one... Oh, here we are again, look. Bollocks! Yeah, no, I did, I keep on missing... Well, alright, to be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Flush! I'll do my own flush. There's a Stanley Parable in 2022 also. Really? I don't think there's anything else I can do in this room. Why am I drawn to this room all the time? I don't think the lift does anything. But I'm just going through the emotions again now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
What
was
was it
once
again?
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
There's nothing.
What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation. Until
was it
at
again?
last,
2485?
he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Excellent. Some calming New Age music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
It's the same game, but with extras. It's basically the second game with the first tacked on. Right. I see. Cameras. It's just trying to be as imaginative as you can, I suppose, and trying to get different things to work. But I kind of feel... Shat myself! Thank you, Radiant Dragon! Can't get back out for burping the Rancor! Right, oh, here we go again, look. Right, I'm going to go to
Stanley
the weird...
walked straight ahead through the
weird
large
place
door
again.
that read...
Right, I'm off up early in the
Mind
morning. See you all
Facility.
tomorrow evening. Cheers, bedhead! Have a lovely day in work! And have a relaxing evening.
Although this
what's
passageway had
left
the
of it.
word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. So this is the squashy room again. It's the squashy room again. Ow, I can't jump. Can I jump?
As the machine
Duck.
went into motion and Stanley was
Oh shit! Go away.
closer and closer to his
Go away.
demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know
Jedi's
the real
infiltrated
story,
the world of
trapped forever in his
twitchiness.
narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Right, that's a squashy thing. And this is going to stop now.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
So who is this woman
In
then?
a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
So is there an ending as such? I am assuming there isn't.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the
Oh,
game
no!
back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, we're back in here now.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. And then I go and switch the game off. Don't think there's anything. Oh, hang on a minute. An early version of the underground portion of the game.
They're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Stanley wasn't on his set.
I think that this is probably the closest, but no definitive ending. Right, okay. Come on, speak. Okay. But I can't kind of go back anywhere either, really, I suppose, can I? Because all the doors kind of... I think every time a door closes is an option that is closed off to you then, is that right?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit.
I'll do that. And let's try it again. So I think... Yeah, because... So the game remembers certain states then, doesn't it? There's music happening now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I don't know why I'm doing the same things all the time. I shouldn't be doing the same things. I want to be able to go and find that 432 who got sacked. But I don't know. In Deluxe Edition, you can do every ending while holding a bucket. Extra content! Excellent! It's a bucket list! Now, tomorrow I'm thinking of doing more Wolfenstein, but I might change my mind, do a bit of Destiny and try for that sword. Or even get the hoverboard on my other character. I don't know, maybe. We'll see what happens tomorrow. See how I feel! Still got the bloody sword. The sword's kind of meh. I know, I've heard that, yeah, but I just want to get it now, but I don't know. I'm having an hour in. Will people prefer Wolfenstein or Destiny tomorrow?
Doors, he entered the door on his left.
It has 19 endings plus 24 with the Ultra Deluxe. Just looked it up. Okay, how many have I done then? How many have I got? Oh, gotten. Oh, I don't know, Cyberus. Don't want anything too stressy. I don't want to do corrupt. Is it raining in Sausage Town? It's about to rain here. No, it's actually not so bad now. Anybody seen the comet yet?
Yet there was not a single person.
It's too bloody cloudy here.
Either.
There's a comet that we can all see at the
Feeling a wave
moment.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
71 years. What's on the table here? Let's do it all crouching. Oh, that's way too slow. 3? Well, I had... Well, it's restarted a few times. Remember, I think I've done about 8, I think, haven't I?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'm not going back
office.
upstairs. I can't think of anything else to do up there. Oh, what's this? I haven't looked at that before. Oh, it's just a thing. Oh, yes, Steve, I forgot about that. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is just the... Oh. This is just the... This is just going to be the stuck in a time loop floating away weird one. Hang on, let's go through this one again.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, all because he believed...
That's amazing! Look, you can't jump.
His boss would think
Seriously,
he
we
was
disabled
crazy.
it.
And
I
then
pressed
something occurred
space
to
bar
Stanley.
so many
Maybe,
times to
he
jump.
thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
That's
All
excellent.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
Seriously, you
for
can't
no
jump.
reason
Stop
at all.
pressing the bloody
None
button.
of it made any logical sense. And as
That
Stanley
was
pondered
great.
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Thank you,
why
Ursa
couldn't
Major.
he see his feet?
Force
when he
Ursa
Erika
Major,
Ingeniero
thank you
Cache
so
Slash.
much. That's very, very kind of you.
Went.
Thank you
And
for the
that
coffee. That's
matter,
lovely.
these rooms
Thank
were
you,
starting
thank you,
to look
thank
pretty
you. That's
familiar.
wonderful.
Were they simply repeating?
That's
No,
incredibly
Stanley said to
kind
himself,
of you.
"This
Thank
is all
you.
too strange. This can't be real." And at last, he came to the
Excellent.
conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Good grief,
He
that's
just
so
hadn't
generous.
found the words
Thank
for
you
it.
so much.
I'm dreaming.
That's amazing. Thank
He
you,
yelled.
thank you, thank
This
you.
is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally
Bloody
found
hell's
an answer,
bells.
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
Let's do this.
I
Let's
may
fall
as
asleep
well
in a different
enjoy this
room.
while I'm still lucid.
That's
So,
crazy
he
kind of
imagined
you.
himself
Thank you.
flying And began to gently float above the ground.
Ah,
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it
There's
too
the lift.
appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he
Thank you,
remaining so
thank you,
lucid?
Samantha. That's very kind.
And then
Thank you so
perhaps the
much.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm
It was
dreaming about a
particularly
voice
strange.
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought
I
it
think
all
these are
very
just,
odd and wondered if
yeah,
this
you can
voice
see some
spoke
of these
to
in
all
some
people
places.
in
I'm
their
gonna
dreams, the truth was
just
that, of
carry on
course,
this way for a minute.
this was not a dream.
He's gonna have to do the
How
sleepy
could it
thing
be?
now. Oh, that door's
Was
closed
Stanley
now.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't
Oh,
have
hang
to
on.
take
No, it's just gonna open
responsibility for
again.
himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
It's your armpit.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for
Yeah,
certain
they all just
beyond a
shut
doubt
anyway.
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
Here we go.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his
move.
back, the
I mean, I
fresh
can
air
move.
of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with
This
this
is
dream.
a very good
I
game.
wish
It's
it
very
to be
strange, and it's
Let me go back to
it's
my
like a
job.
pure game in
Let
the
me
sense
continue
that
pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
the journey. They say
want
the
my
journey is
apartment
is the
and my
satisfaction.
wife
There's no
and my
ending. The
job.
journey is what it's all about.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Tough. Still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Great, isn't it? And everything went black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Uh-oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by
Hell's
the body
teeth.
of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few
Let's,
brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be
I'm going to
normal.
uninstall that.
I
I'm
am
sure it's
saying,
bugging up.
I am in control.
It does,
of my
Cyberus, yes.
mind. I know what is real and
It's
what
just to
isn't.
experience different endings,
It was
isn't it?
comforting
Really.
to think this, and in a certain way,
And
seeing this
certainly
man
there's a
made her
puzzle
feel
element
better.
to it.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
But it
Very
depends on sort of,
important people
you
whose
know,
impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension,
it's more about what you
her
feel
life.
than rather what you
She
think.
had no time for this.
There's no puzzles
So it
as
was
such, like
only a
pressing
moment
certain
that she
buttons to
stood
unlock
there,
certain things, or at least
staring
that I
down
haven't
at the
found
body.
anything like that yet.
And then she turned and ran.
It's just all about behaviour. Well, hey, Hyperfox, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Very kind. Welcome, welcome. And thank you for all the cookie information. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking to myself, I wonder what the ingredients of Oreo cookies are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm trying to think if there's any one.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Mythical. I'm trying to think. So going down there and doing that again is pointless. There's no... I don't think there's any way... Is there any way you can bring the line thing back? I don't think there is there? I know, and I feel bad eating them, but they taste so good. Maybe it was for time sausages, only pans. Oh yeah, that's great, that is. What does that say? It says, who farted? Excellent, mug. I should get one of those. Is there anything in the menus you can do? Oh, me, sorry. I burped then. Alright, see, there's the 4B6 there. There's a different naming convention up there, but that only happened. Can't do anything with the clocks. Because they all follow on, don't they? Yes, we've been doing all that Hyperfox. Yeah, there's I've had about... Well, I think I had about 5 or 6 endings now. 7 maybe? 19 endings. Yeah, I've been looking through these windows all the time. That clock's going backwards. Have you noticed that? That one's going forwards. Look, the clock's going backwards, look. What's that one? 417. Four and 5 now. Time is relative. Indeed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not going to go through any doors. Oh, See, I feel like I can't do anything else now. Let's try this one again. Does that screen say anything? It's definitely going backwards. What's that one say? That one's going forwards. Then we go back to this room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Financial
disbelief,
panic meeting.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Employee. There's a one guy with a name, look. 431. Is it Jim? Targets. Push for funding for R&D. Get Chris out. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of I jumped again. I'm gonna have some form of bollocking now. What's this one say? By quarter review, reports review. Teenagers, a lot of percentage, size of demographic. Space between teenagers, throwing something in the ideas bin. Does I? 10, no more bins, trash cans. 20, renaming of firing of me, ideas bin. Work harder, hard worker. Read reviews. Want to get rid of the death sport portion of the primary review schedule. What? More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. This is crazy. They're all off their heads. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things. But why? But why money to buy more things? Graphs. Graphs about things and money. Mike James, you were fired. That's so weird, isn't it? Everyone is unique, you most of all. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market. Para-ad. Monetize free. Monetize free to play. There we go. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Help, I'm a post-it. Monetize free to play. Can I open this?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I'm kind of I'm stuck in this loop now, aren't I? This changes. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Oh, hang on a minute. He said something about a fern. Where was that fern? Do you remember him saying about a fern ages ago? Do you remember at the very beginning he said this fern's incredibly important. Observe every detail of it. I don't like that picture. I don't think I've seen it since, have I? Well, when we walked in, when the game first started, he said, not fern you just passed. Go and check every detail. Back in here again. Right, okay. Okay. Alright, I see. I can't go in there anymore, though, because there was a broom closet ending, look, as well. Let's have a little look here. When he finishes speaking, head back to the broom closet until he finishes speaking. Okay. Follow his instruction, but choose to turn the machine on. Which I've done. I'm Googling freedom ending. Yeah, okay. Good grief. There was a lot of stuff that happened there that I just randomly did, look. Activate computer 419, restart the game. Activate computer 423, restart the game. Activate the computer inside the boss's office, restart the game. Activate... Good God. The game... Right, okay. Right. Right, okay, let's try this. Let's try this.
Okay, I think
Bugger
we all know the
bollocks!
drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Apparently... yeah. Exactly. Apparently I could nip back through there. Okay. Right, so that's an ending. The museum is an ending. Right. Yes, that's right. I remember that already. So I'm looking at the two coloured doors down there. Cold feet ending. Walk onto the elevator in the warehouse, and just as it starts moving, walk backwards into the platform behind you. Oh, I've done. I've done the confusion ending. You reach this ending by jumping down onto the catwalk in the warehouse while trapped. Okay, let's have a little look here. There's no computer in his office, I don't think. I wonder if I type this in after they've opened the door. What was it again? 28. Oh, shit. No. I've got no control. 2. Bugger. Oh, I can't... Because I haven't got a noggin, I can't tell. 2. What was it? 8. Nothing happened there. Or did another door just open? Didn't seem to do very much. Okay. Can't back out of that. Shorty Double D, hello, how you doing? Good afternoon indeed. It's approaching 10 o'clock in the evening here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Right, that there is nothing. Apart from that squishy death stuff. So let's go back in here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. Can't do anything with these buttons, can I? Can't just leave a bag of Reese's Pieces lying around. Get in. What? Okay.
Now the monitors jump
this
to
is
life,
important,
their
guys.
true nature revealed.
Why are those guys
Each
up there?
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley...
Good day, sir. No worries at all, Denver. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Where freedom meant nothing.
Can I stay in this room? I don't have to go there, do I? Can I turn them off? No. They just ripple and change, don't they? So we have 4-3... I wonder if there's anything about 4-3-2. I don't think there is. What's this one? There's the box on the button. I'm baffled! Is this the way I can go down the catwalk? I can't remember. I'm already baffled and confused. I feel
This
like
mind control
somebody's
facility,
watching me.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Right, okay.
No.
Let's
he
go.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
So this is
Wasn't
the
it?
boss room
Was
bit.
it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's very bizarre. Oh, you know, here we go
Here was the
again.
proof. The heart of the operation.
Bollocks.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his
do that
past
here, then?
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, yeah. Where was that phone room? How did I get to that phone bloody room? I can't bloody remember. So this is the countdown thing, wasn't it? This is where I've... This is the on and the off. And I've done on and off here. Right. Sorry, I'm reading a moment. From here, follow the narrator's instructions and it'll take you to the Starry Dome. When you've reached the Starry Dome, exit again by the door and travel down the corridor to reach the staircase. You need to jump off the staircase until the game resets. Oh, I've done these then. Pre-doors. The following endings occur before you reach the two doors. Okay, coward ending. Close the door for Stanley's office and wait. Out of the window ending. Walk onto the chair for desk 434 to climb onto the desk itself. Crouch down once you're on the desk and walk out of the window. And I have no privacy.
And when at last he found the sword...
Let's do that. I can't remember what happens here now.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I've done quite a few
Was
of
it
these
over?
then, these endings. I've done more than I thought.
Yes!
Oh no, this is the
He had
ending
won.
ending.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone
Right,
else's command.
okay.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Well, look,
Where
you can get
had
up on the
his
chairs.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's
Oh, you can get up on the
grasp?
chairs, right.
What other mysteries did this strange building
It's the
hold?
freedom
But
ending.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Caroline.
For it was not knowledge or even
that a-
power
can I
that he
fall off
had
there?
been
No.
seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
Hang on.
or how.
Can't go any further.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
If you want to experience this,
Stanley stepped through the open door.
All right, okay. Not gonna fart around doing that.
Stanley
Oh, yeah,
felt
I can't
the
do
cool
anything.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path
Right, okay.
before
Sometimes
him.
when the story resets,
This
you'll
was
discover that
exactly the
office
way,
adjoining Stanley
right now,
has been transformed,
that things were meant to happen.
into a blue room.
And Stanley
When this
was
occurs, you
happy.
can open door 426 and discover the whiteboard ending. On the whiteboard, you'll find the code for, or the option to switch on bark, which causes a barking sound to occur whenever you press the interact button. That's weird. Yeah, there was, what was that window ending? What was the window ending there? Walk onto the chair for desk 434.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
And then climb
co-workers.
onto the desk itself. Oh, yes. Right. Crouch down once you're on the desk and walk out of the window. Huh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
Yes.
don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are you sick of this gag? No, not yet. No. Work. Oh, I see.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. Ah. I can't do anything now. So I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, that's it. I can't go any further. Are you sick of this gag? Yes. I'm now sick of the gag. But I gotta come... Ugh. Let's see what happens. I can do that again now.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself.
Ooh.
That's all I need.
That's new.
If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
They're all saying it, look. Ooh.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right. Let's try again.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the
Right, so I
game's
said no
design
last time. We're going to say
all along.
yes this time.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
I've never played
now
a
that
game
you're
like
here,
it.
What do you think? Isn't this a fun
It's
and
madness.
unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you
I'm
think?
over
Are
it
you sick of this
now.
gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Yes.
He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong,
It's got a Rocky
and
Horror
keep
Show
playing
vibe as well,
along,
some of it.
you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
And it just. That was great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, look at that. Look, it's coming up on the end like it's perfect timing. Cyberus, thank you very much. I would never have played it, and that's great. It is a very weird game. Hincadno, hello! But it's everything a game could be. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it couldn't be in any other medium. Hi, Dave, thank you so much for being gifting a membership. That's lovely, excellent. Thank you, Dave. That's very kind of you. Cheers, Dave. I'm waiting for you to see who it goes to now. Oh, Steve! Steve H has got it! There we are, confused. There we are, Steve H. Excellent, thank you. Dave, that's lovely. Thank you very much. Cheers, Cyberus. That's great. That's really kind of you. I loved it. It was a very... is this just going to go on now until the end? Have these guys gone on to do anything else? I don't know. But you know what I mean? It's like... You can't do this in any other medium. It's just really, really good. It's gone all to cock. Is he going to say something else? Or is that it? Is that it? Who thanks finding a different colour? Amazing. Go on. Ooh. What's that? What's that? What am I looking at? Oh, is that the window? Oh, look, it's the window. How weird is that? Looks like a pair of eyes. Brilliant. Excellent. There we are, folks. And I'm going to end the stream there. Fantastic fun. That was brilliant. Thank you, Cyberus. Thank you, everybody, for watching that. That was totally brilliant fun. That was. I loved it. Begin the game again. Go on. Excellent. Very, very good. It was weird. It was really enjoyable. It was really enjoyable. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for your really kind donations this evening. That's very, very kind of you. You've all been bloody marvellous. Thank you for the memberships as well. That's totally brilliant. Dave S., thank you so much. Scribble, thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Ursa Major, thank you so much. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. STH, thanks so much. Bloody brilliant. Seth, thank you so much. Seth Welsh, I believe, yes. Thank you so much, man. Cyberus, thanks again. Totally brilliant. Janelle, thank you. Lovely to see you. Agent Zarkov, thank you so much. Brilliant. Lovely to see you. Jared Jedi, great stuff. Enjoy your Dragon's Dogma as well. Yes, indeed. Cheers. Thanks. Thanks, Jared Jedi. Lovely. There you are. Take it easy. Alan, thank you very much indeed. Lovely to see you. Death Knell, hope you're doing okay there. Take it easy. Have a good one. Carol, if you're there, thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Omega Days, lovely stuff. Nice one, sir. Thank you. Cheers, mate. No worries at all. It's an absolute pleasure, Omega Days. Great stuff. Dave the Cow, thanks again. Totally brilliant. Denver A, thank you very much. Yeah, tomorrow evening now. We'll be doing a stream at 7 in the evening. Yes, indeed. Jared Thomas, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Very, very kind of you. I was going to say thank you, Streamlabs, then. But there we are. There's Streamlabs there. There we are. That's lovely. Okay, then, folks. I will see you 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Have a bloody marvellous one. Cheers, Alan. Thanks very much. I'm going to have to do this now. Hang on. There we go. I can come over here now. There we are. Excellent. Stop recording. Oh, no. It's all gone to pot. Still gone to pot. There we go. Lovely stuff, folks. Take it easy. See you soon. Oh, Joanna, thank you so much. Shawnee, lovely to see you. Thank you. Hinkadno, thanks very much. No star to you. Excellent stuff. Lovely. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow evening. Sausage. Croaky out.